gorgeous souls? Welcome to the Astrology of Galaxies. We're going to be covering the top 9 galaxies to discover your past and parallel cosmic lives. Welcome to my channel, the Starseed Sanctuary. My name is Dr. Heather Hobson. I am the creative force behind the Starseed Sanctuary and all of these cosmic creations. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please take a minute and do that so you can stay up to date with all of these magical videos I'll be making, okay? And always let me know if you guys have questions in the comments. I love hearing from you. So please drop me a little hello. Let me know what you're looking forward to learning about next. All right, so let's get into it. In this Astrology of Galaxies webinar, we're going to be covering what exactly is the Astrology of Galaxies, galactic astrology and cosmic consciousness, some types of galaxies, the spiritual symbolism of galaxies, and of course, the top 9 galaxies to find in your star chart, and how finding these galaxies in your star chart really helps you, what it all means for you, and how you can work with some of these deep space coordinates. All right. So, what exactly is the astrology of galaxies, you might be asking? Well, galaxies are concentrations of stars, gas, dust, and dark matter. They come in a variety of shapes and sizes. Some are fated to collide, like the Milky Way and Andromeda galaxies. And the astrology of galaxies is one of the many subtypes of starseed astrology, my own unique brand of astrology that utilizes powerful, albeit lesser used points to trace the soul's journey from its entry into this galaxy, lifetimes and connections to other galaxies, and where certain galactic energies are more concentrated for individuals based on galaxies in the natal star chart. Who doesn't love galaxies, right? And many of you watching this probably have felt like, I don't really feel like I originated in this realm. I don't belong in this world. I kind of maybe feel connected to certain star families, but maybe I'm from another galaxy or dimension altogether. Well, this will help you learn more about that. So, galactic astrology and cosmic consciousness. As the human consciousness expands and more starseeds and light workers step up into their multidimensional soul gifts and soul magic, working to uplift humanity and support the collective ascension process, this also expands our understanding of our galaxy and the galaxies from which we have journeyed. Many of us are souls that are indeed from a galaxy far, far away. And astrology of galaxies awakens us deeper and higher into the mysticism of cosmic consciousness, which is essentially what a quantum leap is, right? If we're just going linearly, we're going along the same pathway, same trajectory in the third dimensional realm, in this earth realm, we're just like, we're aging every year, another day goes by, another week goes by, another month goes by. It's a linear pathway. Working with astrology, particularly starseed astrology and these deep space coordinates, helps you go this way or maybe a little like this way, right? It's not just a linear journey. It's upward, it's outward, it's expansive, it's inward, it's multi-dimensional, it's circular, it's all the things. Okay. So, some types of galaxies. Galaxies are categorized according to their visual morphology as 3 general types: elliptical, spiral, or irregular. The Milky Way is an example of a spiral galaxy, and it's estimated that there are between 200 billion to 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. Most galaxies are approximately 3,000 to 300,000 light years in diameter and are spread by large distances. So, for comparison, the Milky Way has a diameter of at least 87,400 light years and is separated from the Andromeda galaxy, the closest neighbor, by just over 2.5 million light years. So they're very far apart in general. The spiritual symbolism of galaxies. So, if you've ever gazed into the infinite expanse of the galaxy, of the night sky, or even just looking at some cosmic art and felt this indescribable sense of wonder, you're not alone. A galaxy is far more than just a breathtaking celestial phenomenon. It's imbued with profound spiritual meaning and age-old wisdom. So whether you keep looking at the galaxy, dreaming about galaxies, seeing galaxies in art or online or out in the world somewhere, or working with galaxies in your star chart, you're about to see why this astral wonder captivates our souls so very much. So some symbolism of galaxies. Galaxies represent vastness and infinity or eternity. They're celestial reminders of our limitless potential. They also symbolize cosmic consciousness. We are all interconnected with the greater omniverse. Mystery and exploration. Galaxies symbolize uncharted mysteries and the journey that each soul must take. They also symbolize unity and diversity. Harmonious coexistence of different celestial bodies mirrors the harmonious coexistence of different physical bodies here on Earth. Creation and evolution, this magnificent unfolding of life and existence itself. Galaxies also symbolize the unknown and the unknowable. They remind us that change is the only constant and how we must learn to navigate the unknown with grace and courage. Galaxies also symbolize guidance through the stars. They encourage us to discover our purpose, reminding us we're a part of something much larger than ourselves. And miracles and possibilities, just the mere existence of galaxies alone, their size, the number of stars are miracles in and of themselves. And so are you. How to find galaxies in your natal chart. Okay, most free software and free astrology sites out there don't let you add galaxies to your star chart, at least not all of these that we're going to cover today. But don't you worry, because I did the work for you to identify these top 9 galaxies in both tropical and sidereal zodiac systems, and you can just simply plug them into your chart or look and see if you have coordinates connected to them. If you don't have a natal birth chart wheel with the degrees on it, you can go to astro.com, create a free account, plug your info in. You're going to need your exact birth time. You can also go to astroseek.com or get the Time Passages app. It's good to get familiar with your natal chart and start working with it because there's so much that you can unlock in there, and it will really help you make the most out of a lot of my videos. Okay, now the good stuff. The top 9 galaxies to find in your star chart. Are you ready? Let's do it. First and foremost, the Andromeda Galaxy. Of course, we had to start with this one, the most well-known, right? The Andromeda Galaxy is M31. It is located at 28 degrees of Aries tropical currently and 3 degrees of Aries sidereal. So look and see, do you have any coordinates within, 3 to 4 degrees of those degrees in your natal chart? So in galactic lore, this is the mother galaxy. This is the home of many ancient beings, including angelics, avians, many other galactic races, and etheric light forms. Natal chart conjunctions within 0 to 3 degrees, 0 to 4 degrees. Some people even go 0 to 5 degrees to the Andromeda Galaxy M31. Again, it's at 28 degrees of Aries in the tropical system, 3 degrees Aries sidereal. So if you have inner planets, your sun, your moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, those are often going to show you more recent incarnations, more prominent Andromeda energy in your chart. Now, because time isn't linear, time is circular or multidimensional. These also can represent parallel lifetimes, aspects of your soul that's still living there, still connected to the Andromeda star system, as well as how to connect with Andromedan guides personally, which are essentially versions of you, future or higher dimensional versions of you. So those inner planets are going to show more recent, prominent Andromedan energy in your chart, more recent past parallel life incarnations. connected to the Andromedan galaxy. Outer planets and asteroids are going to generally show more ancient galactic incarnations. So, middle of the road would be Jupiter, Saturn, outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Eris, Sedna, some of those other further out beyond Pluto are going to show us more ancient galactic incarnations, more ancient associations, more OG associations, and sometimes slightly less prominent energy encoded into your current soul blueprint. The house placement is also important to look at. Let's say you're like, I don't have any placements in Aries. Aries is an empty house for me. No worries. Look and see, what house does Aries rule? Particularly the cusp between Aries and Taurus. That is the house placement that will show you the area of your life most influenced by Andromeda galaxy energy. And this is considered the Milky Way's twin galaxy. So it shows this dance between the self and others, how we honor ourselves, how we embrace our own personal sovereignty, as well as connecting in a unified way to the collective. We can't do just one, or then we're like losing ourselves. We're codependent. If we're only ever prioritizing the self, it's kind of like egotistical. That's not really being of service. We need to do both. And the Andromeda galaxy, in addition to showing you past parallel lives, right, can also show you how to navigate that dance, that balance. Next up, we have the antenna galaxies. NGC 4038 and 4039 located in Corvus, the Crow. So you can check and see in your natal chart, do you have anything around 8 degrees if you're working with the tropical zodiac, or 14 degrees Virgo with sidereal. So this is a pair of colliding galaxies in Corvus, the Crow constellation. The collision has produced these two long tails of stars that resemble an insect's antenna. And the antennae are formed by two streamers of ejected stars extending far into space. So natal chart conjunctions to the antenna galaxy within 0 to 3 degrees would be around like 5 to 11 degrees Libra tropical, 11 to 17 degrees Virgo in the sidereal. So again, inner planets are going to show more recent or prominent Corvus energy in your chart, more recent incarnations connected to Corvus, the Crow, which is a super mystical galactic group. There's an entire Corvus Starseed Super session on that if you want to learn more about Corvus. Outer planets and asteroids are going to show more ancient galactic incarnations connected to not just the Crow, but also the avian families in general, and the blue avians too. And then house placement will show you the area of your life most influenced by Corvus and where you can connect to the liminal, mediumship, and psychic gifts, particularly communication with the other side, with seeing things beyond the veil. Corvusians are excellent at that. Next up, we have Cygnus A, radio galaxy located in Cygnus the Swan. This is at 17 degrees Aquarius in tropical and 23 degrees Capricorn sidereal. So Cygnus A radio galaxy is one of the strongest radio sources in the sky near supermassive black hole Cygnus X1. That's the first ever black hole discovered in Cygnus the Swan. And this is a very ancient avian star family. Beings there are known to be excellent galactic guides and teachers. So natal chart conjunctions within 0 to 3 degrees of Cygnus A radio galaxy. Look and see if you have anything around 17 degrees Aquarius tropical, 23 degrees Capricorn sidereal. Inner planets are going to show more recent or prominent incarnations connected to Cygnus, that should say the Swan. Outer planets and asteroids are going to show more ancient galactic incarnations connected to the Swan. And then the house placement is going to show you what area of your life you can teach or share your wisdom with others, particularly connected to cosmic downloads you're receiving, these signals you're receiving from this area of the sky as it's influencing that area of your chart. And please comment below if you're like, oh, it's in my 6th house. I don't know what that means. I'll answer in the comments. Next up, we have Eye of God galaxy, not to be confused with the Eye of God nebula or the Eye of Sauron in Aquarius. This is the Eye of God galaxy, NGC 1232 in Eridanus, the river, located at 8 degrees Taurus, tropical, and 14 degrees sidereal. That should say Aries. Okay. So the Eye of God galaxy is an intermediate spiral galaxy about 60 million light years away in Eridanus. It's dominated by millions of bright stars and dark dust in spiral arms rotating around the center. So natal chart conjunctions within 0 to 3 degrees of the Eye of God galaxy and Eridanus, the river. It's 8 degrees tropical and the 8 degrees Taurus in the tropical zodiac, 14 degrees Aries in sidereal. So inner planets are going to show more recent or prominent Eridanus energy in your chart. And outer planets, we're going to show more ancient galactic incarnations connected to the Eridians. Now, the Eridians are a beautiful group. They're a huge giants. They kind of have an elven vibe to them. And the benevolent groups there in Eridanus are really committed to helping to heal mind control, helping to get people out of that mental prison that we can really get locked into. And so the house placement that Eridanus falls in is going to show you the area of your life most influenced by that energy and where you can heal mental health challenges, mind control, or help others do so. Next up, we have the Fireworks Galaxy in Cepheus, NGC 6946. This one is located at 28 degrees Pisces in the tropical system and 4 degrees Pisces sidereal. So this galaxy's spiral structure is pretty irregular, and it has this unusual magnetic arms located between the optical ones, representing reaching for enlightenment and this regal energy of the king, Cepheus, in that star system. So look and see in your natal chart, do you have any planetary conjunctions, any of the luminaries, any asteroids within 0 to 3 degrees of the Fireworks Galaxy? So 28 degrees Pisces in the tropical, 4 degrees Pisces sidereal. Inner planets are going to show more recent incarnations connected to that star system, more prominent energy for you to work with currently. King codes, I like to call them, or royal energy in your chart. This is going to be even more amplified if you have one or more of the royal stars in your natal star chart. That's Regulus, Aldebaran, Antares, and Fomalhaut. So if you also have those in conjunctions, that's going to amplify this even more. Outer planets and asteroids are going to show more ancient galactic incarnations connected to Cepheus, connected to the Fireworks Galaxy. And fireworks have been known to symbolize spiritual awakenings and enlightenment. They're not just pretty explosives, right? So your house placement for this one, whatever house Pisces rules over, can show you where you can work to embody the inner ascension rather than seeking outward. The ascension. Next up, we have the Little Sombrero Galaxy in Pegasus, NGC 7814, located at 7 degrees Aries in the tropical zodiac, 13 degrees Pisces sidereal. The Little Sombrero Galaxy. So this is a spiral galaxy about 40 million light years away in the constellation of Pegasus, the winged horse. The galaxy is seen kind of as edge on from Earth and connected to Pegasus Galactics and the ETs there. So natal chart conjunctions within 0 to 3 degrees of the Little Sombrero Galaxy in Pegasus is going to be around 7 degrees of Aries tropical, around 13 degrees Pisces sidereal. And again, those inner planets are going to show you more recent incarnations connected to the Pegassians, beautiful, beautiful race of galactics, more promising. prominent Pegasus energy in your star chart. And then the outer planets and asteroids will show you more ancient galactic incarnations connected to the Pegasus. And your house placement is going to show you the area of your life where you can connect with the Pegasus beings and really work to see things from a higher vantage point. This is where you can zoom out and see the bigger picture, just like the Pegasus does, soaring high in the sky. Next up, we have one of my favorites, the Sombrero Galaxy, M104, located at 14 degrees Libra in the tropical system, 19 degrees Virgo, sidereal. I love this one because this is where the mantis beings inhabit. So one of their portals, I should say. So mantis beings inhabit many different star systems, including Antares and Orion. And Elena Donnan describes the mantis as coming from another galaxy altogether, namely the Sombrero Galaxy M104, 28 million light years from Earth. They call themselves the Akara. And when I had initially read this, it just made so much sense to me, even though it kind of sounds a little out there for some people. And when I've done Akashic records work, it checks out. When I've done over 200 different starseed origins chart, this checks out for people. When this point is conjunct one of the planets, it really does makes sense. It confirms things for people. It opens and awakens things for people connected to the mantis beings. And it's interesting too, because I just did a reading with someone that had never heard of them, had never heard of the Sombrero Galaxy, had never heard of the mantis beings. And I was like, this is like really prominent in your chart. This is important for us to look at because I think it was on their ascendant or their moon. It was one of their inner planets. And we talked a little bit about their galactic history, as we do in my readings. We talked a little bit about how to activate that, what they're connected to, the holographic healers, working with sound and light frequencies, and that, in galactic history, once Source decided to fractalize off little parts of its consciousness, it created the founders, which have a mantis vibe to them. They kind of look like mantis beings. They're very tall, they're very slender, they have kind of like larger heads. The mantis beings are so high frequency, so high dimensional that they are kind of up there with like the seraphim in that dimensional capacity of what they're able to do, and how we can work with them too. Super high frequency energy. So this is a great one to look at if you love mantis beings or you feel connected to them. So 14 degrees Libra, see if you have any natal conjunctions, placements around that, or in the tropical system, or if you're working with sidereal, 19 degrees Virgo. This can show you more recent incarnations or more prominent mantis codes in your star chart, or maybe it shows you more ancient associations with the mantis beings. And the house placement is going to show you what area of your life you can activate healing gifts, working with sound and light frequencies, and light language as well, which is mantis light language is so beautiful. It's like so hard to describe, but beautiful things that can come through when working with these different galaxies. Next up, we have the Pinwheel Galaxy. This one's located in Ursa Major, M101 or NGC 5457. So it's located at 24 degrees Virgo tropical, 0 degrees Virgo sidereal. So the Pinwheel Galaxy is home to a cluster of planets and star worlds of the Liakish of Ursa Major. And it's a beautiful utopian paradise where souls often go for respite before or after difficult incarnations. I'm hoping for a little vacation there after this lifetime myself. So natal conjunctions within 0 to 3 degrees of the Pinwheel Galaxy in Ursa Major would be around 21 to 27 degrees Virgo tropical. You would go, 3 degrees Virgo back to about 27 degrees Leo in the sidereal. And so inner planets will show you more recent incarnations or prominently Akish big bear energy in your star chart. outer planets are going to show you more ancient galactic incarnations connected to the Leakish of Ursa Major. And the house placement here is going to show you the area of your life where you can find deep rest and respite from challenges on Earth, and how to connect with past or parallel galactic life memories connected to Ursa Major. All right, now we have probably my number one favorite, I have to say, for obvious reasons, the UFO galaxy. So the UFO galaxy is located in the Lynx constellation, the Lynx star system, which is represented by the giant cat, the Lynx. It's at 6 degrees Leo in tropical and 12 degrees Cancer sidereal. So, home to the Lynx feline galactic beings, and one of my favorite star guides and cosmic energies to work with for seeing UFOs, UAPs, and what I like to call internal disclosure. Okay. Internal disclosure. We'll talk about that for just a minute. So look and see if you have any natal chart conjunctions within 0 to 3 degrees. You could do up to 0 to 5 degrees of the UFO galaxy in Lynx. It's at 6 degrees Leo tropical to 12 degrees Cancer sidereal. And so inner planets are going to show you more recent incarnations associated with this star system and the feline galactics, or prominent Lynx lifetimes and energy in your chart. And then those outer planets and asteroids will show you more ancient galactic incarnations connected to the Lynx felines. House placement here is going to show you the area of your life where you can give yourself the gift of disclosure rather than waiting for shady AF governments to do so. Okay. As well as what area of your life you're connected to these ETs and these specific multidimensional beings. So people get really obsessed and hung up on the disclosure, the disclosure. When are they going to admit, like, you know, the aliens are here? When are they going to admit that they have a craft? When are they going to? They're not. Even if they do, they're not ever going to give us the whole story. You don't need to wait for a government organization, hello, of any kind to give you disclosure about anything, because we know 98 to 99% of the information they tell us is half truths at best or flat out bold lies at worst. So give yourself the gift of internal disclosure and start doing some galactic work. Start doing some multidimensional travel. Start unlocking some of these codes in your natal chart and give yourself the confirmation of having that experience. And I know there's a lot of people who are skeptics out there who are like, aliens aren't real, blah, 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 or oh, UFOs aren't real, blah, blah, blah. Well, a skeptic is just someone who hasn't had an experience yet. You know, there's no judgment there. They just haven't had a firsthand experience of it, so they don't believe it. Okay, I don't blame you for that. Sometimes we need to have an experience to know it's legit. Now, for those of us that have had a lot of experiences, paranormal experiences, galactic experiences, multidimensional experiences, you name it, we know what's up. We've already done our own internal disclosure. We don't need to wait for these external distorted shadow matrix systems to do it for us, because it ain't even going to be real in the first place. Okay. So just keep that in mind. All right. So final thoughts on the astrology of galaxies. We all possess the innate ability to connect with cosmic intelligence, regardless of the star chart. I love working with astrology. It's not the only tool I use, though. Despite the chaos and destruction that can occur in the cosmos, right? It's kind of right. There's a lot going on out there and on Earth. Galaxies continue their celestial dance in the vastness of the universe, embodying the spiritual principle of resilience and persistence. The galaxy, with its spiraling arms, its dust lanes, it showcases the majestic design of the cosmos, and it serves as a constant reminder of the grand cosmic plan that's far beyond human comprehension. So embrace the cosmic mystery. Embrace the cosmic mystery. So here are some resources: over 250 starseed astrology charts and counting, over 300 galactic Akashic records readings and counting that I've done. I've also pulled some information from the constellation guide, the book, A Gift from the Stars from Elena Donnan, great resource. I'm going to check that out. And the spiritual symbolism of the galaxy there, that website. If you want to check those out more. Thank you guys so much for watching this Astrology of Galaxies. Please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, save, boop it, bop it, all the things below. And if you would like to book a reading with me, I will link that. My readings are magical, so activating, and loaded with so much information that you're going to have to work with forever. So I'll link it below if you'd like to connect a little bit more with me. All right. Thank you guys. See you in the next one.